What's up, Nitro Nation? Muggy Maniac in the Nitro Cave, finishing up some wrenching. Oh, what's that? Is that who I think it is? Oh, it snaps. It is the infamous, legendary Eddie Van Halen with one of the most popular guitar solos ever. Besides Star Spangled Banner, but Jimi Hendrix, you know, different era. Anyway, I'm just doing this video. This is going to be probably the quickest video I've done in a long time. First of all, happy 4th of July, everybody. Hope everybody has a safe, insane 4th of July. Whether it's fireworks, be careful, don't blow any fingers off. Family, it's family time. You know, it's a celebration of our Independence Day. And for those of you that might be doing some brapping, hopefully the Muggy's going to get out there. The techno is ready to rock and roll over here. We're going to fire up the techno. Actually fire up the modded RB modded Pico P3.28 7-port. Badass motor. Got the 41032 header on it, and we've got the Pico EFR 2120, which is I've never tried this combo, so we're going to see what happens, and see what she does. Whip her out there. So, as you guys probably don't know or have known, I just want, because I don't want anybody getting the wrong impression, and more importantly, I don't want people trying to tarnish, you know, what I'm about and my name. So, by the way, happy 4th of July to you as well, Woogie Nitro. So here's a guy, Woogie Nitro, that, you know, has been watching my channel, and I've been following him for a while. Now, first off, let me kind of give you guys an idea. So he gets all pissed off because, you know, as you know, the Muggy Maniac just keeps it real and honest. So I've never ever heard of anybody breaking in a Novarossi 28.8 Rex Legend by putting an OS plug in it. So the guy says, okay, you know, that he does it the Bottigeau way to a T. Well, that's a lie right there, because that's not the Bottigeau way to a T. So if you're going to keep it real, Woogie, keep it 100%. Okay? Yes, I am, you know, going to call you out on it, because that's the way that I've always rolled. Now, if the truth hurts, I'm sorry. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. In this case, it does apply. I'm going to read you exactly what I put. Wow, really? I've never heard of anyone breaking in a Rex 28.8 with a Chinaman OS plug. I am speechless. Bad move. You should be breaking in with the original plug that comes in it. Not even Bottigeau has ever done that, or even mentioned it. And he's broken in many 28.8s. I've also broken in a few myself. Modded and stock, by the way. Your hobby shop guy is full of shit. Okay? You don't like the shit in the ass? That's the only cussing that I did in there? Or whatever? I mean, that's, you know, I don't think that's bad, but whatever. And talking out his ass. And you can tell him that I said that. Who taught you how to break in a Nova? Because it wasn't John Bottigeau, you know, or Adam Drake, or anyone I know. Crazy. I wonder about you sometimes, bro. Very unorthodox methods you have. Well, whatever works for you, good luck. LMFAO, which you guys know what that means. So, I'm sorry for telling you the truth, but that's just the reality of it. So, the fact that you said that you just lied and said you did it to the John Bottigeau way to the T, you didn't, because he didn't never put a plug in there. So, you didn't do it the exact way that he does it, because John has never done that, nor will he ever. I don't care what your hobby shop guy has 30-something years experience. Does he have over 10 years experience of breaking in Novarossis, which John has? Modded stock and etc. And that's just those motors. He's broken in many, many, many more than that, than he even has on videos. Because I know John does that on as a personal favor to a lot of people, but he does it on the side. So you guys might think that even though you've seen tons of his break-in videos, that's it. That guy has broken in hundreds and hundreds, who knows, maybe thousands of motors. A lot. Okay? So, whatever, you believe your hobby shop, whatever, I'm telling you that that's not the way you break them in. And I don't want anybody, the newbie especially, that might come across your channel, God forbid, because what you have done is, like you've done with a lot of things that I've tried to teach this guy, is put his own twist on it. And you've been sober 7 years? Well, I've been sober going on almost 4 years. So I know, you know, that's called putting your own twist on things. And that's what gets you in trouble. Or gets you heat, or whatever. You're not in trouble with me, whatever. I mean, you're not going to lose any sleep over, either will I, over you agreeing with what I say or not, and me, and the same with me. Okay? This video is to clear my reputation that, you know, and I'm not nobody big. And another thing, you said that I'm trying to be like John. I always tell people I'm never trying to be like John. And that's calling the kettle black, because I've had tons of people that have been around the game for a while tell me when they watch your videos that you sound a lot and do a lot of the things I do. Why are you buying a Techno? Because you just thought it was a good idea? You're buying a Techno, and he's buying a Techno because I have one, and because I've plugged how awesome of a whip it is. But if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't even be buying that Techno. And if he says otherwise, he's lying. You're lying. Or the Novarossi 28.8. So am I mad at you? No, I'm just upset because it's, you know, it's frustrating when you're trying to teach people and you teach them stuff and tell them stuff and they put their own spin on it. Recovering alcoholics do that shit a lot, and I know, like I said, I've been clean and sober from alcohol for almost 4 years now. And I was a train wreck, not to get too personal before that. Been there, done that. I've been around the block too. I'm 51 years old. Okay? Like I said before, I applied it to nitro, but in, you know, that realm of things, you're making childhood, you're trying to give childhood answers to grown-ass man solutions to adult problems. Doesn't work. Okay? So don't be saying like you did it John Bodegel's way to a T, because you didn't. If you did, you wouldn't have put the OS plug in there, and I hope you don't ruin that motor. Okay? But whatever. Do what you want. Don't act like anybody, including me, and don't say that you haven't or and that you don't. You wouldn't have bought the bump box. That bump box, you know, you're always talking about, you know, price, money, and, you know, whatever. That bump box isn't the best bump box. I have never, this Duratrax bump box that I've had, that Woogie has, I've had this for over 3 years. I've never replaced the wheel. If you're replacing, and this is information for new guys too, and newbies, or whoever it applies to. If you're going through wheels on your bump box, you know why? Yes, maybe you haven't adjusted right, but that's not even the biggest part of it. The biggest part of it is because you don't even know how to tune a damn motor. Because if you know how to tune a motor, you wouldn't be going through wheels. And you wouldn't be going through wheels. The reason you're going through wheels is because your shit doesn't start up right away and you tear your wheel up. Even John has said that plenty of times. It's common sense. That has nothing to do with the bump box, nothing to do with the way it's because you do not know how to tune. So in this case, and I will make an exception, if you're new or whatever, pull starts and rotor starts, man, get good at tuning a motor with those. Then get a sealed back plated motor and a bump box. Because you guys out there that are tearing up wheels and can't get your shit started on the bump box, you know, and I know because I've been through that plenty of times, and every once in a while that happens to me sometimes, but I know when to stop. I won't sit there and continue to grind my bump box when if my shit doesn't start up right away, then there's something wrong with my tune. Period. So, and like I said, I'll make an exception because you guys know I can't stand, and I don't recommend pull starts or rotor starts. But in this case, those are good for you to, once you learn how to tune with those, then knock yourself out and get a decent bump box and a sealed back motor. But you guys that have sealed back plated motors, okay, you obviously guys still don't know how to tune. Because if your shit ain't starting up right away, whatever, I don't care what you think or what you might want to say is the reason, it's because your shit isn't tuned right. Period. So if it applies, then, you know, take that to heart. But if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Okay? So, you know, like I said, this, you know, Mr. Woogie here, you know, he wouldn't be getting a techno if it wasn't for me, from watching my videos. He wouldn't be getting a Novarossi 28.8. Okay? John doesn't run a techno. No, there's anybody out there that I've seen run technos, you know, and with quality motors and so forth. There might be. Sure, there's tons of people out there that have technos. I just never seen anybody do videos on them. Okay? The Fly Sky 4TIS radio, the only reason he bought that is because of me. So who's copying who? Did I go out and buy a Losi 4.0 Truggy because I'm just such a John follower? Hell no. I'm the hardest critic on Losi that I know. And John knows that. That's why I was really shocked that he's offering me that Losi muggy. And you know, like I said before, the reasons he's offering me that muggy is because he knows that I'm doing the right thing. And knows that it'll be taken care of. Otherwise, he wouldn't even offer that shit to me. Okay? Which like I said, I feel flattered and I feel honored. Well-respected guy in Nitro and Fitzgill. Okay? So, and I've told people before, yeah, certain things, you know, I used to do the za all the time too. You know, I don't, you know, and I've had people tell me, well, you sound like you're trying to be like John. I'm not trying to be like anybody. Maybe there was in the past, yes. Okay? Because that is my mentor. One of my mentors. He's not the only guy. Okay? I go a lot off Adam Drake. Those two guys I've been following for many, since I've been in Nitro. And I've got over 35 years in RC. Period. So anyway, I just wanted to clear. So whatever Woogie says, if you guys want to follow him, that's your deal. I don't hate the guy. I don't hate you, Woogie. You know, but I just read what I said. If you have a problem with me telling you the truth, you know, I don't think I disrespected you. I don't think, you know, except for the shit in the ass, I don't think that I was out of line at all. I just told you what was real and was the truth. If you don't like it, then I'm sorry, man. The truth hurts sometimes. I am critical of you know, people at times, and but I can take the criticism too. Bring it on. Just bring facts. That's all I got to say. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. You guys have a great 4th of July. Also, if you guys have never seen an XTM tranny, or actually diff, very different. See the way these gears, they stand up. It's not your normal Spider gears. There's one right there. By the way, I was running 50K in the Muggy XTM Mammoth front and rear, since it doesn't have a center diff. It has a center drivetrain and spur, but, you know, because it has, you know, the 2-speed. And I'm still spinning, especially with that modded LRP .32. So, I'm going with 60. Losi. I use Losi and Associated. Those are my two favorite oils. I won't use Traxxas garbage. I have in the past, and I had some left even. I threw it away. I only use Associated or Losi oils, and I've mostly used Losi diff oils. There's 125K. That's probably going to go in the Techno after the next run, or maybe the Mugen Truggy. But anyway, I'm going to go with 60K Associated. And when you put diff oils in there, make sure you let it settle until all the bubbles are gone. Like if you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see in there. Let me focus. Can you guys see in there? See how there's those little microscopic bubbles? You do not want to seal your diff until there is nothing. I mean glass, where you can see everything, and it doesn't even look like there's diff fluid in there. If you leave any bubbles, it's a better chance it will leak later down the line, and then you're just going to have to pull it apart again. So anyway, Yes, I do, because I don't pull this thing apart. Sometimes I forget how to do. But that's the great thing, man. If you guys don't have instruction booklets, find them. They're available for a few bucks on eBay all the time for pretty much every vehicle. So she's getting cleaned up. We're going to put the rear end back together, and then the front end. This is the front end diff, and then we're going to go back. Then we're going to get into the that ass, because this ass is dirty as hell. I haven't even touched it yet. So as soon as I got the front done, then we're going to get into the rear. Then we're going to put everything back on the Muggy. Drop the modded .32 LRP Spec 4 with the Nova carb. Again, if you guys aren't using anything but the Novarossi carb on these motors, you guys are crazy, man. You like slamming your finger in the car door, by all means, knock yourself out. This is the only carb that you can run on this thing if you want it dialed. If you don't want it dialed, you want a so-so tune, you want it to run, okay, I guess, subpar, then run the X-Tech or whatever. If you want it to purr like a kitten, scream like roar like a freaking lion, you got to put the Novarossi carb. And I told you guys before, and here, before we go, I will show you guys. And, you know, if you don't need to spend 100 or 80 bucks on a Novarossi carburetor, okay? I talked to John, and John was saying that you can run any of the Novarossi .21 motors. The carburetor is the same size. I mean, pretty much most Novarossi carbs are the same size. By the way, check this out. That Techno is back on eBay for sale again. Oh, wait a minute. I think it is. Let me see. Where is it at? Where is... Here... Oh, there it is, right here. Duh. And there's a few of them out there, but you can get these for, I mean, this one here is, you know, I think I'm going to end up picking up this one because I'd like to get an extra one. It's, you know, again, you got a millimeter off it, but this carburetor right here is $34. Yeah, it's not brand new, but as long as there's nothing wrong with it, I mean, that's cheap. So if anybody is getting an LRP .32 or has one, you know, there you go. On eBay, you can get the carburetor. It's off a .21 Novarossi, but it'll fit on the LRP .32. So anyway, food for thought. So that's about it. So anyway, yeah, like I said, man, I mean, you know, I try to help people out, and that's why I do this channel. I keep it 100% real. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm not going to hold any punches. I'm just going to tell you what's real. So, it is what it is. You know, like I said, again, I'm not mad at this guy. I'm just very disappointed. And I'm just going to move on. I'd rather put my time into people that are actually going to apply, you know, and follow my directions and you know, for whatever I'm trying to help them with or teach them with. I have no reason to steer anybody wrong. I have no reason to tell anybody wrong information. And I've said before, if I don't know exactly for sure about something, I'll tell you where to, you know, to reference for it, or I'll say, you know what, let me do some research to help you out. I'm not going to just say shit, okay? But, you know, a lot of people want to take what you try to teach them and they want to put their own twist on it. And again, that's what gets you in, you know, situations. So anyway, we're going to rock this sick-ass Techno sometime today, if everything goes well. Or sometime this week, but we are going to rock the Techno. So anyway, that's all I got. You guys have a great 4th of July. Hamburgers, hot dogs, safe and sane. Like I said, don't blow any fingers off. If people are traveling, travel safe. Muggy Maniacs out. Peace.